So today I'm bringing you my week 1 battle versus Cat for the Hive, and these are our teams. So just looking at the matchup, it was pretty shit because look at Mega Aerodactyl, it beats all my walls, it beats Tangrowth with Air Release, Stone Edge's Avalok. And Gramble, it can only switch in so many times, and the best thing it could really do back was Thunder Wave, but with the Rotom-O, Zygarde and Magnezone, and probably like Flame or Milotic, he had so many switch-ins to that, so I wasn't really confident bringing it. And number 2 were Scarf, one of these, Darmanitan or Staraptor. Because look at Darmanitan, with Flare Blitz, it just beats Tangrowth, Avalok, and Gramble. Sheer Force Rock Slide can just revenge +1 Gyarados. And Flare Blitz, 1 KOs Lopunny and Thundurus. So, not much I could really do there. And pretty much the same for Staraptor, except Avalok can wall it properly. So yeah, not the best matchup. And both test games I did, I actually lost. So I wasn't confident going into this at all. But anyway, here's my team. So I started off with Heatran because Darmanitan was a huge threat, and with Flash Fire I could at least deter it from going for Flare Blitz. And Shocker Berry could also lure Mega Aerodactyl if he had Earthquake. And also just to at least leave a hit from Zygarde and do something back. Lava Plume, spammable move. Magnezone hits Cobalion and Rotom-O. Flash Cannon hits Mimikyu and Mega Aerodactyl obviously. Taunt was to prevent this thing from going for Recover, because I really wanted a lot of ways to wear this down, because Mega Lopunny was my win condition and this was the only thing that could potentially wall it. So I just wanted a lot of way to wear this down quickly so Mega Lopunny can win. And also it prevented Mesprit from going for Stealth Rock and whatnot. And lastly, Stealth Rock just for hazards. Mega Lopunny, as I said before, win condition, enough speed for Scarf, Magnezone and everything else, bar Mega Aerodactyl of course. A standard moveset with Fake Out and Quick Attack just to pick off Darmanitan and Staraptor better. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Because just look at his team, he beats like everything except Flame or Milotic, which actually wall it. So I thought, yeah, I'm definitely bringing this. Next up, Avalok. I eventually found out this actually walls Mega Aerodactyl, because just look at this ridiculous calc. Stone Edge doesn't even 2-hit KO, so I wall it. Plus I wall Scarf, Staraptor, Mimikyu and Zygarde for days. Avalanche just to beat all the aforementioned threat, Toxic, because I wanted to wear down probably Milotic if it switched in, Darmanitan and whatnot. Rapid Spin just to remove hazards and recover for longevity obviously. At this point I was still weak to Scarf Darmanitan, so I just had to bring physically defensive Gyarados just as a pivot, a switching and whatnot. And I made it like offensive at the same time, just to wear down Milotic and potentially sweep. Taunt was to prevent Milotic from going for Haze or Recover or whatnot. Facade was if it ever burned with Scald. Water Full hit pretty much everything else, and Dragonite was to sweep. It had enough speed for Mega at +2 to outspeed Mega Aerodactyl, and the rest was just to make it defensive. Now at this point I was still pretty weak to Rotom-O and Milotic. I had no real switchings for them, just looking at these guys. So I bought AV Tangrowth. Energy Ball over Giga Drain just to 2-hit KO Milotic. Sludge Bomb for Rotom-O, Hidden Power Ice for Zygarde, and Knock Off. It's just a spammable move obviously. And yeah, but I was still not really confident just against his offense, because my walls can quickly get walled down. They don't really have a reliable recovery by Avalok, but they can still get overwhelmed quickly. So I just bought Scarf Thundurus because it beat Scarf Staraptor, it beat Scarf Darmanitan, and it lures Mega Aerodactyl. And just like +1 Zygarde with Hidden Power Ice. So the moveset standard with Focus Blast for Magnezone and Cobalion. So yeah, that was just my insurance against his offense, because I definitely needed it. Now as for the battle. So he bought a pretty much predictable team with Aerodactyl, Milotic and Darmanitan, which I'm sure is Scarf. And the other 3 I somewhat expected, so I prepared pretty well for them. So I lead off Heatran, hoping to taunt this thing so he doesn't get up Stealth Rock. So I go for taunt, and he reveals Hidden Power Ground. So he pops my Shocker Berry. So I don't really have much use for Heatran now. So I just set up my Stealth Rock to wear down Aerodactyl and Darmanitan. And I just get some chip on this thing, as he finished me off with Hidden Power. So I go to Gyarados over anything else because, okay, if this had knockoff, I don't want Thunderous Choice Scarf getting knocked off. I don't want Tangrowth Assault Vest getting knocked off. And Avalon takes huge damage from Psychic or something, and same for Megalopen. So I go to Gyarados as I DD up, hoping he goes to Milotic so I can start my taunt, facade shenanigans and whatnot. But he goes right into Rotomo, so I can't touch this with Waterfall or Facade. So I'm forced to switch out as he goes for Volt Switch on my Tangrowth. And he brings in Darmanitan. So obviously I go right into my Gyarados as he reveals Flare Blitz. Now I count this damage was not Life Orb, it was not Choice Band, so 100% Scarf. I knew that. So I go for a safe Waterfall as he goes right into Rotomo. So I go right back into my Tangrowth obviously, as he defogs away my Stealth Rock. So I just go for a knockoff, safe play, utility and whatnot. This thing, remove this thing's Rocket Helmet, as I finish off with Energy Ball while he is up Stealth Rock, and Toxics me, so I'm on a timer now. So that's bad. But yeah, back into Darmanitan for him. Predicts me on my Gyarados switch with the Rock Slide, so good play on my opponent's part. And finish me off. Now knowing he's locked into Rock Slide, I go to Megalopen, and I have a free high jump kick here. Just looking at the rest of his team, so he sacks off Rotomo. Now here he brings in Cobalion. The way, like, obviously Megalopen he normally beats Cobalion with high jump kick and is faster. But the way he brought it in made me think it's Scarf or something that beats Lopen. So I go to Tangrowth to scout its set, as he just reveals Close Combat. I go for knockoff to knock off the potential Scarf, but he goes to Milotic and I remove the Wackenberry, so Thunderous can appreciate that, I guess. Now I sack off, but I plan to sack off Megalopen here because I thought Scarf Darmanitan, Mega Aerodactyl Aerialace and Scarf Cobalion, so this thing's definitely useless now. So I sack it off, but he does end up getting a kill. I kill this thing with Fake Out and Return. That crit, the only thing it just allowed me to go for Return instead of high jump kick, so it didn't matter too much. And he goes to Mega Aerodactyl as I sack off Avalon. I decide to sack Avalon here because I thought, okay, you can't beat Cobalion, you can't beat Darmanitan, but you can at least beat this, so I'm going to go straight into Avalon. And I just go for a safe Avalanche here in case he Stone Edges or something, which I live, but he goes into Cobalion. I recover here, hoping Scarf so I can switch into Tangrowth and whatnot, and still keep this healthy for Mega Aerodactyl. But he reveals Rock Polish, so he was not Scarf, and I actually later found out he was Chopper Berry, that's why he switched it into Megalopen. So I'm at full health now. I decide to Rapid Spin away these Stealth Rock, so because I was thinking, okay, he might be Close Combat and Iron Head, so without Stealth Rock, at least Thunderous can live a hit. So I spin away the hazards, and I just Avalanche away as I live this Close Combat still, and sack off Avalok here. So I switch into Thunderous, hoping he's not, hoping he is Close Combat Iron Head, but he reveals Stone Edge, and I get very lucky. I dodge it, which wins me the game. I definitely lost otherwise, obviously. Yeah, and Scarf Thunderous just finishes here. But yeah, well played to my opponent. I definitely lost otherwise. I got lucky. He deserved that win. He played really well and he builded well. But unfortunately, Pokemon is just Pokemon. So yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.